Dog on the pod.
Yes, sir. Dog on the pod.
Dog on the pod.
Dog on the pod.
Dog on the pod. Dog on the pod. Dog.
Yes, please. I'll help you out. You want me to put them on for you? You need to.
Yeah, the dog's
He's
got
been waiting
headphones.
for a bit,
We don't
too.
have
Yes.
headphones for the dog.
Hey, pup.
What's his or her name?
This is Crush.
Crush.
I love how you like. What's the dog's pronoun? Crush.
Wow.
And the thing is Crush is still non-binary. 'Cause
Yeah.
Crush could be a girl. Crush could be a guy.
Could be a gym. I think there's a Crush gym.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll
Hey.
tell.
I just
Hey, Crush.
petted this asshole.
Hey,
Yeah, it's on me.
Crush. How are you?
So I imagine your name is Candy.
there's
Are
a
you
pro
Candy?
wrestler
This
named
is
Crush.
Candy and Crush.
No, my name's Liam.
Liam?
Here,
Hit
hold-
a microphone
hold-
for you,
there you
don't
go,
mind?
Liam.
Who we got?
Oh, yeah.
What's
Hello.
your name again?
Liam.
Liam. Thank
Yeah.
you.
He just gave you the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You just-
Yeah, do you want a dog?
Shout out to Crush, man. He doesn't leave.
Yeah, Crush don't care.
Yeah.
Liam, I'll tell you this. I had this interaction a couple weeks ago. I was at one of my girlfriend's friend's house, and one of the people that we didn't know, I went up and I asked if the dog did tricks. And the person said to me, "Why would he need to do a trick for you?" Do you ever speak to people like that? And I thought it was mean. Those are my two questions.
Yeah, that sounds ridiculous.
I agree. Thank you. I needed to hear that.
No.
Does Crush do any tricks?
Yeah, he actually can do paw. If anyone would like a demonstration, he can do paw. He'll
Sure.
shake your hand.
He can do the most
He can
basic
do
trick known to
paw.
dog.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's-
How long
yeah.
did it take you to teach him that?
A couple years actually.
Nice, dude. Nice. What do you do for a living?
So I'm a data scientist.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, broadly, I have a real estate background.
Okay.
So I work for a real estate developer in the city, and like
As a data
basically-
scientist or no?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah. Like, you know, in real estate, it's really important to understand, you know, the lay of the land, and
Yeah.
so I'm the least smart data scientist there is.
No.
Oh, yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no. I'm sure you're great. Well, let me ask you this, Liam. How come I can't buy a house?
Yeah.
Because I sure do want a
man.
house.
Yeah. Put that in your VLOOKUP.
I would love a
Yeah,
house.
that's right, that's
Me
right.
and my own Crush sitting in my backyard. I would love to have that.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, I don't have an answer for you.
Okay, me either.
He already told you he's a terrible data scientist.
terrible data scientist.
You looked at him and said, "Can you fix the problem that has been hurting America for 2 decades?"
I think the answer's in the question. Maybe I need a data scientist, and then they could buy me a house. That might
There
be the
you
next
go.
move. Yeah.
That's right.
So,
yeah, well, so you could also rent. I think there's also you know,
Yeah.
like some of the rentals in Philly are super nice.
Sure.
So, you know, I think there's a lot to be said for that.
So I used to work as a data analyst at a bank. That was my day job. I would used to like do spreadsheets and read tax returns for landlords and figure out whether or not we could do mortgages for them. And the answer always was yes, because apparently they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna analyze this," and I'm like, "Do you like the guy?" They're like, "Yeah." So the answer's gonna be yes.
Yeah,
And I was
sure.
like, great, awesome. But how much of your day is taken up by you reading articles about how AI is gonna replace you? Because that was at the end for me.
I try not to look at those.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just read a book about this.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's something you hear all the time.
I honestly I don't. I
Okay.
live with I currently stay at home with a toddler all day.
Okay.
So mostly what I hear is mama.
Yeah.
He doesn't say dada.
Uh-huh.
And then he slaps me in the face, and then he points at the TV and says Elmo.
Yeah.
Because Elmo's not on the TV. So I haven't heard anybody say read a fucking book
Okay.
in so long. But what was the
Cool.
book? What was the book called?
So the book is actually a UPenn professor.
Okay. Shout out.
Shout out UPenn. And it's called Co-Intelligence.
Okay.
And it talks about how, like, the biggest challenge that we have right now is to figure out how we can, like, partner with the AI, like ChatGPT, basically, for example.
Okay.
Like, so if you have a problem, like, you should be working, like, in tandem with ChatGPT. So
Be
you know,
friends.
you feel like, say you're in a spreadsheet,
Yeah.
like you want to do something, you prompt it, you know, say, hey, I want to do this, and it gives you the answer. So really, the idea is like making you, you know, better at your job, like a multiplier of your brain, kind of thing.
Okay.
So they want us
So.
to be friends with the AI?
Yeah, I think so.
Not me.
No,
I could never be friends with a clanker.
Whoa, dude,
I
with the
can't.
hard R.
I can't do
That's
it.
great.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. No, not me. I'm going to put my stance right now.
What is
The
issue?
line must be drawn here.
What is the issue with the
Yeah,
clanker?
what's going on with them?
What?
What's the issue
What?
with
Just
clanker?
AI in general?
Yeah.
No, it's just I just don't. I've seen so much technological change in my 40 years on this world.
Yeah.
That I appreciate what you're saying and what that person's saying. which is the idea that this will be a tool that people can use. But I also know how the owners of so many businesses work and will view both the employee and the AI, and they'll take whatever they can away from the employee, and it'll just be one person doing the job of 8. And I know this because, again, I used to work in a bank, and when I was a teller, I did the job. A teller in 2022 was doing the job of 15 people in 1980. So it's like the addition of computers, the addition of debit cards, the addition of online banking. So it's back in the day, all a teller had to do was count cash. You had to count cash, count coins, make sure everything fucking added up at the end of the night. But they actually had to know some basic accounting. They actually had to know how to do something. Now, there's literally a cash counter. There's change goes in a giant change thing and shoots out a fucking receipt. Most people are showing up because they can't get into their online banking. So now your teller is actually is there to help reset passwords. But at a certain point, somebody looks and goes, we pay tellers $20 an hour to be a teller, to handle money. It turns out they're just resetting passwords. They can call a number now and then do this. And it's the same thing what Doge is currently doing across the government.
Yeah.
And it's like that fear is really what I see, because we have this idea that we can replace all these fucking people, but then these people are still going to be here walking around. Just, what the fuck are they going to do? They're not going to be able to afford detergent eventually. So now everybody's just going to have cum all over their pants.
Yep.
And they're just walking around.
And I
no
would hate
fucking
that.
jobs. I know.
That would
I can
stink.
tell it's already happening.
It does stink. It reeks, actually, to be honest with you.
I had to throw a joke in there somewhere.
I was waiting for the joke.
Yeah.
Oh, Liam, what the hell, dude?
The joke is the nihilism.
Yeah. That's pretty dark. That's pretty dark.
Thanks. Well,
You should see him on TikTok.
Yeah, you should. It's terrifying.
I'm kind of curious, like being in the corporate world, the people you work with, is it like you can be buddy-buddy, but is there something in the back of your head that's like, I got to take this guy down? Like, are you constantly competing in like a friendly way, or are you kind of like able to look past that?
No, I think it's pretty friendly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
At a face value, but is there something in the back of your dark, twisted head, Liam, that's going, I need this guy's job?
I don't think there is anything dark or twisted in Liam's head.
Nothing dark or
I
twisted?
don't think so. I think Liam's a pretty chill guy.
Free service level?
I think I screamed a bunch of stuff at AI and the Terminator robots eventually to come kill us and our cum pants, and he didn't even flinch. He
did. He's rubber.
He was
You're
just
cool.
like, that was dark.
Yeah, true.
And like, I think Liam is like, he's got a dog named Crush.
Yeah.
He lives around the corner. He was like, this seems like fun. These guys seem like they're having a good time.
Sure. Yeah, that's a
And
good
he
point.
come pop over here, and you're, don't put all that on Liam.
I'm just asking questions.
Put it on yourself.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, dude, I'm going through a lot. I rolled my ankle last weekend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Liam, do you want to answer for yourself after? Or did he nail it?
No. I'm gonna be just listen. Just like Liam's fiance, I'll defend him in court. All right.
Ooh, nice.
Does she do what type of law?
She's in litigation.
Litigation. Okay. Yeah. So
she's
she doesn't go to.
very good at arguing.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. I got
Starting to make a lot more sense while you're sitting on the bench over there for an hour.
My wife was a paralegal, and my sister's a lawyer, and I can't fucking win. It's just one of those ones where I've just learned. You learn after a while of just like you gotta really pick and choose these battles, and you just gotta duck and cover sometimes.
That's right.
Maybe shimmy and swerve.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how you got to get through it.
My future wife's in marketing, and I lose everything.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Because like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna say when you know you're losing?
Yeah.
Because you know what she can do at the end of the day? She can leave you, and then you're miserable.
Yeah, it's
That's the thing. That's the nuke.
And you ain't getting jack shit. She's a lawyer. That would suck.
No, I'm in the shits. I'm in the stuff. Here's the thing about my. I don't know about Liam. How long have you been with your fiance?
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
How long? How old are you now?
31.
31. Okay.
Yeah.
So you had a couple years before her. Were you single during like most of that?
Parts of it.
Yeah. But you remember that, right? Being single?
Yeah.
Did it suck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parts of it.
I don't want to
yeah,
go back
sure.
to that.
Yeah. No,
When I
it's
met
not-
my
not
wife,
good.
I had a 1-bedroom apartment with a lazy boy and a bucket of pretzels, and I brought her over. I thought the place was cool. It was $700 in South Philly.
Nice.
It was right on Snyder Ave. It was fucking beautiful. I love this apartment.
Sure.
My wife walked in. She said, "You might be the saddest man I've ever seen in my entire fucking life."
Yeah.
And I think-
single's not fun.
Yeah, I
No.
sit there and I
stinks,
think about
yeah.
it. It's just like there's some misery to it, and it's just like not having somebody to be in bed and like turn to and be like, "Yeah, today was fucking crazy."
Yeah.
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 You know?
You don't
Yeah,
realize
being
it
single is
until
brutal.
you have a full fridge.
Well, it's honestly the biggest thing is like being able to go into like Bed Bath and Beyond having a girlfriend, you can go there whatever you want. When I was single, I used to have to like sneak in there, pretend I was just kind of like looking for different stuff.
You know how long I know it's been since you've been shopping?
What's that?
Bed Bath & Beyond went under 2 years ago.
He's been trying to find Beyond this whole time.
He's walking around, I'm at the Bed Bath, baby. I'm at the Bed Bath, where are you?
My ankle's hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not even that. It's just a matter of like just that feeling of just having somebody in your life and somebody like a partner or just somebody that you're going through everything with. When you, like, that's the one thing. Is this the reason why it's not like I let my wife win every fucking argument, but when we have an argument versus like my buddy. If my buddy and I have an argument, at the end of the day, what's going to happen? Oh, I don't get to pay for fucking his lunch because his broke ass can't fucking afford a hot dog.
Yeah.
You know? Like when it comes to my wife, I'm like, look at her. There's winning an argument. I just want everything to be good. I want it to be cool and be like fine. And that's kind of like more what it comes down to. And that's why I think Liam's a good guy, because clearly
Great
he's
guy.
out here.
Yeah.
He knows he's wrong.
Yeah.
He's walking around the dog in the park. He just knows he fucked up.
Yeah, sure.
Okay? It wasn't listen, it had nothing to do. People are already in the comments. They're writing a lot of things.
What are they saying?
They're coming up with a lot of. They're writing whole conspiracy theories about Liam. He knows that when you run out of dog poop bags, you're supposed to, when you come back, you refill them.
Right.
Yes.
And then his wife goes outside. Now she's an asshole because the dog poops, right? She's a lawyer. She's a high-powered lawyer.
That's right.
And she can't just leave dog shit. Have you seen the size of this dog? The dog shit, that's a small dog, but those are big shits on those types.
Proportionally
huge.
Proportional shits, of course. Yes.
That's right.
That's the data analyst. He's like, that shit makes complete sense.
I actually do have something. I have something to share.
Okay, yeah. Here we go.
Everybody shut the fuck up. I'll talk now.
All right, go ahead, Liam.